First ever free comic book day. I'm pretty excited. You know what's so funny is that I just walked in, grabbed my stuff, and left.
Fuck!
And didn't mingle with nobody or anything. I don't know, I guess I'm just not that kind of guy. I grabbed 2 books. There were some I was kind of interested in, but I didn't go right when they opened. Basically, it was swept clean. This one is no shocker whatsoever, but I got the Underground Universe one because this is one of the main things that is great with an asterisk because I'm still at the very beginning with Transformers. Also, I finally read Void Rivals #1. I had it since San Diego Comic-Con last year because I got it with the Jetfire and the 2 little guys and a gal. But as far as I'm aware from what I've read in this, the mask guys have pretty interesting designs, so that'll be interesting to read in the future. I'm probably not going to buy the individual issues. I'm probably going to wait till those volumes exist. The Transformers is a little section. It doesn't really reveal anything that's going on currently, so I'm happy about that. With a very small snippet of G.I. Joe that I got from this, looks like a espionage thriller kind of thing. I don't know if that's how it actually is in the books because I haven't read G.I. Joe stuff yet. I completely forgot about the Void Rivals part. I don't really know who the guy is, the guy with the triangle on his head. Wonder what that guy's all about. I just have to actually read more of Void Rivals besides the very first issue. At least I know Jetfire is very little relevant. I don't know if he shows up again. The other one I got was the Marvel one. Mostly because it had Spider-Man on it. Yeah, I don't really like Spider-Man using modern lingo. That's a little weird to me, in my opinion. Also, this cover is pretty nice though. It's Spider-Man swinging and then Venom trying to grab him. If there's anything, I wish we got Mary Jane, how she appears in the current Venom run as a figure in Marvel Legends. It'd be so easy to do too. It's just like do a Venom and Mary Jane 2-pack. So we get a civilian Mary Jane and we get the modern Venom with the gold. Also, this looks pretty cool. Another thing I got was this Spider-Man Brand New Day poster, which I'm surprised there were still some because, you know, Spider-Man's a popular guy. I'm assuming that poster was out since Now or Never opened at 11 and I got there at 2. I guess that's not too long of a gap of time. Anyway, to support my favorite local comic book shop, I bought the Hellboy Omnibus Volume 2 because I finished reading the first one and I'm in love with Hellboy. I don't know when I'll start reading this because I started reading Spider-Girl. I've had this book for almost a year and I'm barely reading it now. I'm really enjoying it. Spider-Girl is one of my favorite Spider-Man variants. I wonder if they do a volume 2 for Spider-Girl stories because I don't know if this has everything. I don't think this has everything that she's ever done. Obviously not because there's no Spider-Verse in here at all. It's just what she did in the 90s. So it was a nice little free comic book day, my very first one. I'll definitely do it again next year.
Into Leon campaign now. Because now we save the game as Leon. Interesting. Okay, cool.
I don't know what I'm trying to go for here.
I'm into it. Why would I be on the floor?
It's been a few days since free comic book day, but in the meantime, I got a job. But that's not important right now. Right now, we gotta go to Now or Never Comics because they got Ben 10. They sold out yesterday, and then they got more somehow today, so I have to hurry the fuck over there right now. 2 hours later, and we got it. I'm so tired. I feel like I already have something like this.
No, you motherfucker!
Small break time with the Gears video, but we gotta talk about some stuff. I'm gonna put a timer, 35 seconds, to talk about each thing. First and foremost, before I even get started, look who came back to the collection. It's Huffer. Before I talk about this first figure and before I start the timer, it's a little preface. Yeah, I got a job, but that doesn't matter because that's my private life. That has nothing to do with this. But it only applies to this figure because I bought this figure as a little celebration. 35 seconds on the clock. Age of the Planets Armada Sideways. A figure I wasn't originally gonna get, but since I couldn't find Power Glide or Swerve anywhere, I decided to get him. And oh my god, he's actually pretty fucking sweet. I kind of wish I was on the Sideways bandwagon from the get-go, but I get it now. And the other two things are Transformers Volume 3 and 4. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that was easy peasy. He's a really good figure. Buy one. On one of my days off, I was trying to find Power Glide and Swerve unsuccessfully, but instead, I got this motherfucker. Legion Maximo. He's such a. I'm a big fan of him. I love the G2 design. I'm so glad they didn't do the knockoff Loki because that would be so boring, and this is so much better. Oh my god, I love this design. It's so detailed. I would definitely recommend it. It's not a suggestion, but it's a recommendation. If you can find one, get one, please. You'll like it. 86 Astrotrain. I didn't pay full price for this. I paid a reduced price because the box was damaged. He was open, and he's missing one of his crotch folds. Here's a picture of what he looked like right when I saw him on the shelf. I threw the box away at the bus stop, so I don't have it with me. But surprisingly, I'm kind of into him. Not this robot mode. This robot mode is terrible. But I think I'm more into the process of transforming him than I am the actual modes. The train mode's really nice. The spaceship's The raw mode's horrible, but I love the transformation. Benton number 1, as you saw, I got earlier in this video. I read through it. The things that Ben says is not what I would expect him to say, but I guess it's because it takes place in 2026. The art style is not the strongest suit in my opinion. I'm willing to give it a chance because maybe it'll improve as the artist gets in the groove of doing this. I'm definitely going to get issue number 2 just to see what happens. I will stop buying if I think it starts to suck. Also, I really appreciate this part because it always goes back to FNAF somehow. I finished reading the Spider-Girl volume. Actually, reading her material is awesome. I'm so glad that I got this over a year ago, even though I barely read it now. And this really reinforces my love and appreciation for Spider-Girl, Mayday Spider-Girl, because not only do I like her as a character, she is also the epitome of my one true OTP of Peter Parker and Mary Jane being together and married, because that's the way how it's supposed to be, the way God intended. She definitely needs an updated Marvel Legends figure, because this is probably the second oldest Marvel Legends figure I have. Reading these two concludes the Daniel Warren Johnson era of Transformers. I think if there's a word to describe it, would be beautiful, because it's a very human story, even though we're talking about giant alien robots. Volume 3, this was the part of the story I thought Superion was going to show up, but no, it's Bruticus versus Devastator, just like in the G1 cartoon. Because ultimately, the Daniel Warren Johnson era is just the G1 cartoon, but amplified by the rest of Transformers as an entity, franchise, whatever. Although, for a volume called Combiner Chaos, I wish Bruticus was on this cover. I think one of the unsung heroes from this run is definitely Astrotrain. Such a pissed off guy. I kind of love that for him. Like, if they did a comic edition Astrotrain, they could just reuse the Siege one and just, like, dirty him up even more. And give him an angrier head, because he just looks very unamused. Volume 5, where Megatron enters the fray. Oh my god, he is even more violent than any other version of Megatron I can think of. Because Bayverse, he's just a pushover. In fact, he's majority of the time someone's bitch. The only other version of Megatron I could think that's probably as violent is the one from War for Cybertron, the game, not the shitty Netflix show. In that intro cutscene for the game, he's like crushing the auto trooper's head. Honestly, I really love this art style so much. Like, look at this. Look at this fucking page. That looks fucking awesome. Are you kidding? I think the only complaint I have about this is the cover. It's referencing the Energon Universe special instead of like the actual story. I did see Volume 4 before at a Barnes & Noble. I don't remember if it was a different cover or not. Other than that, I think I'm probably going to get the deluxe editions for all 4 of these with the books, Book 1 and Book 2, because I really love and appreciate what Daniel Warren Johnson has done with Transformers. I think I said in the first one of these, it's the Transformers that I've kind of always wanted. And I think that still stands true. These 4 books is everything I want Transformers to be. As far as I know, Daniel Warren Johnson only knows G1, but somehow this encapsulates all of Transformers somehow, which is crazy, but I love it for that. I'm kind of scared to read Onward because I don't know how or if everything that happens in these 4 books gets bastardized, because I have not heard good things about Robert Kirkman's writing and all that, particularly with Alita 1. So I am cautiously optimistic, and I have Volume 5. I'm not going to read it yet because I'm currently reading Hellboy Omnibus Volume 2. I got these 2, the Duke volume and the Scarlet volume. I really want to know what happens after that Starscream event, and then I figure it's Scarlet to continue the G.I. Joe train, and then I'll go back to Cobra to see what they were doing with Megatron. I don't mean to be harping on Thundercracker's parade, but he's the only one I have who's fully 100% smooth. The feeling I got seeing Age of the Prime's Power Glide was probably the same as my friend's when he first saw Gears when he saw say the line the right way. So that's it. That's all the on-camera stuff for the Power Glide video. So Gears video, not Power Glide. Now go watch the Gears video. It's a very personalized video for one of my closest friends. And I guess that's all I'll pretty much say. It's a review of Gears that has a little dedication to it.
I won't forget you, buddy.